Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start, I would like to introduce you myself. I'm Cindy from Alumni Relation Office, and together with me today, I have my fellow colleagues, Miss Indu, Miss To Yushen, Miss Dr. Suchan, Mr. Bunket, and of course, Dr. Sunil. First of all, thank you for joining us today. All right, before we begin with the session today, I would like to point out some ground rules. Participant, kindly mute your microphone and you unmute yourself during the Q&A session. Dress appropriately if you are using the video. And if you need to ask any questions, please use the hand wave function that is available in the Zoom platform. We appreciate everyone's time and we would like to end this session on time. So those are the ground rules for today. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to Dr. Sunil. Okay, Dr. Sunil is a senior lecturer in Pathology Division at the School of Medicine in IMU. He is currently the program director for the MBBS program and has completed his postgraduate pathology training from India. He holds a membership with the Academy of Medical Educator in the United Kingdom, and he also completed his postgraduate certificate in health profession education from IMU and is a fellow of the IMU Center of Education since 2018. He has a number of peer-reviewed publications and a book chapter to his credit. He's a passionate lecturer and medical educator. His areas of interest in research are cancer research, cardiovascular disease, diabetes and obesity, and in health professions education, especially assessment and faculty development activities. Now, without further ado, the screen is yours, Dr. Sunil.
Thank you, Cindy. Good morning, everyone, and I extend my warm welcome to all of you to the launch of the IMU Alumni Medical Chapter. It's indeed my great pleasure to welcome the alumni of this institution. Many of our alumni have established themselves as successful individuals in almost every field of specialization, and we could not be any more prouder of their achievements. Having our alumni back to where they belong brings us a lot of memories. Our alumni have also brought great glory to our institution, and they have set the example of being a successful and a good human being. They also inspire us to have a clear conscience, the courage to speak the truth, and the importance of being authentic. I extend my warm regards to every member of our alumni and invite them to the launch of the medical chapter and a lot of better things to come. So with that short welcome speech, I will move on. Cindy, if you can help me control the slides, please. Okay, right. Next slide, Cindy. Next. Right. Okay. So where it all began, right? I'm sure many of you all know this, but we just sort of rekindle our memories. If you remember, we launched in 1992 as International Medical College, and it's going to be 30 years come 2022. The medicine program launched in 1992, and we started our clinical campus in the year 1999. And you can see as the years rolled on, more and more programs were launched in IMU. All these are health profession related programs. We've established a number of centers along the way. We had the medical education unit established in 1998. The IMU Center for Lifelong Learning was established in 2011. We also started healthcare services for the public in 2010. And in 2014, we launched our pre-university studies with the launch of the Foundation in Science program. We've launched a number of online and distance learning courses, as you can see there as well. And come next year, we should have our IMU hospital completed as well. Next slide, Cindy. I I'll give you a very brief overview of the number of graduates we've produced. It's 29 years now since we started the medical program. We've also launched the psychology program as well as the Bachelor of Medicine, the Bachelor in Medical Sciences honors as well. So you can see that the breakdown of the number of alumni. The MBBS program, having the larger number of students, has a big number of alumni, almost 6,700 students. The Bachelor in Medical Sciences honors, we have 21. And we also have the psychology program, which is part of the School of Medicine. And you can see there are 236. So overall, about 7,000 SOM graduates over so many years of the establishment of IMU, which in itself is speaks volumes of the school and IMU as well. Next slide, please, Cindy. Right. So what is this alumni chapter that we are trying to establish? Basically, this chapter is being established to get you all connected. It also aims for your professional development, also to give you all opportunities for your businesses, as well as to aid in the social interaction. Next slide, please, Cindy. Right, so there are a number of benefits from being part of our IMU Alumni Medical Chapter. Number one is that there will be an access to develop a network of potential connections within the group, since you will now be part of the medical chapter, and that will obviously allow you to network with one another. Secondly, is that there will be a number of opportunities, I would say plenty of opportunities to participate in development in healthcare, since we're going to launch a hospital next year as well, and we would definitely be looking for various specialists to come and be a part of the hospital. Secondly, opportunities to get involved in social and networking events and various other programs, which should be in line with your need and your liking as well. Thirdly, is an opportunity to make plenty of new connections, remain connected with your friends, which I'm sure you will be able to connect to once the chapter has been established. And we also would get you to support and strengthen our chapter as the years go along. Next slide, Cindy. Right, so as you can see, the Alumni Relations Office itself and the Alumni Chapter does offer support and recognition in a number of ways. The Alumni Relations Office actually maintains a very comprehensive database of all alumni from the various programs, and the ARO will then be able to support the relevant chapters with the relevant data depending on the various requirements. Secondly, the alumni chapter, once established, will have the privilege to blast out emails to the network, right? The content essentially is provided by the chapter itself, and the ARO will help in distributing the email list on behalf of the chapter, meaning which you can actually send out emails to all those as part of the chapter to essentially build the network. Thirdly is our alumni portal. I'm sure you all would have seen the alumni portal as that will be accessible to you. And the alumni portal will have all the activities of the chapter, okay, such as various events, photo feed, the contact information of the various board members, and the featured news, which is very uniquely integrated into the portal that has been established by all alumni. Fourthly is an opportunity for alumni, for the members of alumni chapter to become an IMU speaker, right? And this can help them. I mean, they can attend and speak at a planned chapter event. The chapter will also be able to help you to nominate the members to represent the chapter in various activities that are conducted by IMU. Number 5 is that the alumni chapter, the the IMU Alumni Medical Chapter will also be able to receive funding for their activities. This has certain terms and conditions which the ARO will brief you in more detail. And lastly is opportunities to be awarded and recognized for your contributions to various activities that are part of the chapter. Cindy, next slide, please. Right. So we have an alumni association committee, which are made of members from different programs. As you can see, we have 5 members who are part of this committee. Dr. Osung Wai is the president of the Alumni Association Committee. Dr. Sandev Singh is the vice president. He's from medical program, and Richard is the assistant secretary. Seated in this photograph are our treasurer, Dr. Wong Yi Kai, and Miss Reena Sharina, who's from the nursing program. She's the secretary of the Alumni Association Committee. So what does this Alumni Association essentially do? They support the various alumni chapters in events, manpower, and also in providing stipend to the chapter. The alumni chapter essentially meets a year and submits an annual report of the various activities and events that have been conducted by them. Next slide, please, Sydney. Right, so this is to show you all the organizational chart. Essentially, the chapter has 4 members. It's chaired by a chairman and supported by a chapter vice chairman, a secretary, and a treasurer. And these 4 members will essentially report to the chairman of the Alumni Association. Next slide, Sydney. Right, so since we are launching the IMU Alumni Medical Chapter, we also launching the nomination for those 4 posts, as I already mentioned in the previous slide, starting today, right? And then once we have received the nominations, we will then start polling for those 4 positions. This should start on the 5th of April. And then on the 8th of April, we will announce the ones who've been nominated and selected for those 4 posts. Next slide, please. Right, so we have, we will put up the QR code for the nomination on the IMU alumni portal. And we request you to scan the QR code and essentially fill up the form if you want to be part of the alumni chapter for those 4 posts. And then what happens is the alumni office and the IMU Alumni Association will be in touch with those nominees, essentially to seek their consent and include them in the polling process. As I already mentioned, the polling process will start from the 5th of April, and then we will successfully announce the successful candidates on the 8th of April 2021. Next slide, please, Cindy. Right, I'm sure you have all seen the alumni chapter. So essentially what happens is we're launching the medical chapter today, and very soon we will put up the QR code for the nomination as well. And then you can scan the QR code as shown there, right? And then that will allow you to submit your entries and get yourself nominated for those 4 positions which are available. The alumni portal also will indicate the timeline for this process to happen and when we will be announcing the results, okay, which is essentially the 8th of April. Next slide, please, Cindy. Right, so that's it from me. I look forward to your support of the IMU Alumni Medical Chapter, and be more than happy to take your Q&A as well. We have Cindy and Indu who will also assist us in answering your queries. We also have other faculty, as Cindy has already mentioned at the beginning of this briefing. So if there are any Q&A, You can either unmute yourselves and ask the question, or you can put those questions in the chat box.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Sunil. Now, I would like to open the session for Q&A. If you have questions to ask, please unmute yourself and don't forget to introduce yourself. So do you have anyone to ask any questions? So any questions from the alumni?
If you don't have any questions, that's fine. But if y'all would like to share some of your opinions and concerns or any improvements or anything that y'all would like to share with us, it will be really great. Okay, I would definitely take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sunil, Dr. Suchan, and Dr. Bunkit, who are here today present to support this establishment of the alumni chapter for medical program. Reason behind is we already have actually established chapters as such for pharmacy and dental, and they are working and they are doing quite well, whereby you may actually ask us these questions or something that is actually running in your mind right now. Probably, there's already an association. Why do we still need a chapter in place? Well, as you can see, the association plays a bigger role, meaning to say they are actually going to look into events and other conferences or workshop for the entire program, entire IMU Alumni Association. However, the chapters, they play a bit more in-depth role, whereby they work closely with the schools. They work closely back with the lecturers whom they have studied with, whom they have been taught by, to support the current students and come up with events as such that is more relevant for students and alumni to work together very closely. So it's very, very flexible. It is not as tedious as being a part of the association, because the chapter is given all kind of freedoms to do meetings and kind of events that they want to do. When it comes to stipends, like just now Dr. Sunil said, you are able to be supported by us, the Alumni Relation Office. You also will be supported by the association committee. But in case the school also have certain amount of fund to support you with the event, they will also come forward to support. So in that regards, I think being a part of the chapter is actually ease your communications and your contributions, because we are here to support you. So feel free, try to nominate as many as your potential alumni or friends that you think that they can make a difference to other alumni as well. So do nominate them. This is the QR code that we are actually showing you. So please do scan it and actually nominate all your good friends to take a part and make a difference on everyone. So if there's any questions, maybe I saw Dr. Paul Chan is online. If you all have any questions, please put forward and let us know how we can actually improve or make it even more easier and fun for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Indu. Dr. Suchen and Dr. Bukit, do you have any message to our fellow alumni?
Yeah, I just want to say that you are very much a part of IMU, a big family, and we will appreciate and in fact encourage your participations with activities that's happening in IMU. And by you involving yourself in this medical chapter, they will foster a closer tie with your alma mater. Okay, and in fact, some of you, I may remember, okay, but I may not. So I may not. But by you having have this kind of tie or connections with us is always very special. It's always very special. And therefore, I would urge you to make yourself available and join us, okay, and join these medical chapters and have a closer connections with us and with the students here and with your faculty here. Okay, I'm probably one of the very few who are still here after spending more than 20 years in IMU. So IMU is very much like a family to me already. And I'm sure some of you have spent probably 5 years here, and I hope you also make the IMU a family. And to be involved in family is such a nice feeling, all right? And I really hope, okay, we could have this kind of relationship or connections for a longer time, for the time to come as well. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Suchin. How about Dr. Bungkit? Do you have any message to our fellow alumni?
Actually, whatever things I want to deliver, so Prof. Suchin and Dr. Sunil already say everything. Okay, so basically, again, yeah, we emphasize because alumni itself, we are big families. So, and this is, although if you compare to other universities, let's say for example, those who are well established for 100 years and whatever, our alumni is ready, the pool is relatively small, but nevertheless, okay, so we are still, we actually, we can contribute by actually can get a closer contact, okay, link all everyone together. So we should foster what we call that a stronger relationship. So then we actually can put, actually help each other in the route of success. Okay, that's only my message here. Thank you very much.
All right, we are at the end of our establishment of medical chapter. Once again, thank you to all the participants. Thank you, Dr. Sunil, for today. Thank you, Dr. Suchen, Dr. Bungkit, Miss Indu, and Miss Yishen. All right, guys, don't forget to nominate your friends, and also you can nominate yourself. We will wait for your nomination, and once we have the nomination, we will start with the polling. So don't forget to scan the QR code, and we're looking forward for this medical chapter to be established. All right, I think that's all from us. Thank you and stay safe. Bye. So
Thank
don't
you
forget
so
to
much,
nominate.
Bye-bye, and please remember to
Yeah.
nominate.
Yeah,
You
don't
can
forget.
nominate yourself.
Yes, you can nominate yourself, nominate your friends, nominate as much as possible.
Yes.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Please spread the word around, and then we hope to receive your nomination soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.